Hey guys, quick little video today for the extra channel I have, more What the Rust. I recently was at an estate sale and I found something really cool and I want to show you, and I want to show you how to get it working. So this is what's called a multimeter, an analog multimeter, because it doesn't have a digital scale. This is an RCA. It shows resistance, AC volts, DC volts, DC milliamps. It's cool. The leads are in good shape, which is one of the problems with these, is the leads often break. These are in excellent condition. They're in better shape than the one I'm using now, as a matter of fact. But it doesn't work. What some people don't know is that these things need a battery. They don't run without the battery power. There are a couple of functions that do. I forget what they are. I think it's volts. Runs on battery without the battery. But resistance and such needs a battery. So I took it apart. Just one screw right there. Simple. And there's a battery. So clearly it's dead. But this one's interesting. The battery holder must have broke at some time. So the owner just soldered the battery in place. That's no problem. I can do the exact same thing. And that's what I'm going to do. So I have my spare battery, and I'm going to just solder it in place and see how it works. This is what I'm going to use. Just an old soldering gun. This thing I've literally had for 40 years. I bought it brand new. Actually, I think my dad gave it to me brand new when I was very young. And it's never let me down. It's amazing. This tip, it comes with two tips. I just changed the original tip last year. It finally broke. So all I'm going to do is take the soldering gun. You pull the trigger here and it heats up. And I'm going to melt the solder that's on the end of the battery. And get the battery out. Then reconnect it with a little bit of solder. This is the solder here. Nothing special about it. You only need a little bit for this job, and we'll see if it works out. So I've got the battery out. Very simple. Just going to put a little dab of solder on the end of the gun. This is really hard to do while I'm holding my phone, but I'll do my best. Because you have to pull the trigger to heat it up. And you can't see it. Let me try that. Yeah, you can see that. Whoops. Just a little bit. I put a little too much on there. And then just put a little blob, that little blob of solder on the battery. I'm going to try a little bit more. It didn't work out too well. It's a little tough because the top of the battery has to be hot. And it's not. It's cold. Okay. Got that done. Move on to the back. Same thing. And I'll get right back to you. It's soldered in. Doesn't have to be a super strong joint. It's not going to be under any resistance. Just got to make sure it's connected well. Battery's in. Gauge works wonderfully. Wonderfully. So, like I say, I think it would have worked on some functions without the battery, but not resistance. It needs it for that. So this is all good to go. I'm going to start using it. I love these old meters. It's going to be fun to use.